Hey everyone, welcome back to Revenge Served Cold, your go-to spot for jaw-dropping revenge tales, office drama, and stories that expose the bullies in power. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now and smash the bell icon so you never miss an upload. We've got millions of views on stories just like this one, where the underdog flips the script and takes down the tyrants. Trust me, today's story will have you cheering. It's all about corporate betrayal, whistleblowing, and sweet, sweet revenge. Let's dive in, the perfect storm. In the heart of London's bustling financial district, where glass skyscrapers pierced the foggy skyline like arrogant fingers pointing to the heavens, stood Apex Global Investments. It was the kind of company that screamed success, marble lobbies, endless coffee machines, and executives who wore suits sharper than their ethics. Our heroine, Emily Hargrove, was a 32-year-old analyst fresh from a mid-tier university in Manchester. She'd moved to the big city with dreams of climbing the corporate ladder, armed with a sharp mind, a laptop full of spreadsheets, and a naive belief that hard work paid off. Emily's days blurred into a monotonous grind. She'd arrive at 7 a.m., her sensible heels clicking against the polished floors, and dive into reports on international mergers. Her boss, Victor Langford, was the epitome of the corporate villain, a silver-haired shark in his 50s, with a perpetual smirk and a reputation for chewing up employees like cheap gum. Victor ruled the 15th floor with an iron fist wrapped in velvet threats. Results or resignation, he'd bark during team meetings, his eyes scanning for weakness like a predator. At first, Emily thrived. She uncovered inefficiencies in their Asian portfolio that saved the company millions, earning her a pat on the back and a promise of promotion. But Victor had other plans. He started overloading her with impossible deadlines, criticizing her in front of colleagues, and stealing credit for her ideas. "That's why you're just an analyst, Hargrove," he'd say with a chuckle that made her skin crawl. The office whispered about his favorites, the yes men who got bonuses while others burned out. One rainy Tuesday, Emily stumbled upon something that would change everything. While cross-referencing financial statements for a high-stakes deal with a shady offshore firm, she noticed discrepancies. Funds were being funneled through dummy accounts, inflated invoices masked as consulting fees, and emails hinting at insider trading. It wasn't a mistake, it was fraud. Victor's signature was all over it. Her heart raced as she pieced it together. Apex was cooking the books to boost stock prices, and Victor was pocketing kickbacks. Confronting him was out of the question. Emily had seen what happened to dissenters: sudden performance issues, demotions, or worse, mysterious firings. Instead, she started documenting everything quietly, saving emails and files on a hidden USB drive. But Victor sensed something. The bullying intensified. He'd assign her grunt work, exclude her from meetings, and spread rumors that she was unstable after a recent breakup. Colleagues avoided her, fearing association. Emily's confidence crumbled. She lost sleep, her once vibrant eyes now shadowed with doubt, yet, in the quiet of her tiny flat overlooking the Thames, a spark ignited. This wasn't just about survival, it was about justice. Emily began researching whistleblower protections under UK law, drawing inspiration from American cases like Enron. She reached out anonymously to a journalist friend in New York, planting seeds. Little did she know, the storm was brewing, and Victor's empire was about to crack. The shadows deepen. As weeks turned into months, Emily's double life became a tightrope walk over an abyss. By day, she played the dutiful employee, smiling through gritted teeth as Victor paraded his ill-gotten gains: a new Rolex here, a company-funded yacht party there. By night, she built her case, her laptop screen glowing like a beacon in her dimly lit room. She discovered Victor wasn't alone. A network of executives, including the CFO from their New York branch, were in on it. They called it Operation Phoenix, an ironic name for a scheme that would burn everyone but them. The bullying escalated to harassment. Victor started micromanaging her every move, questioning her expense reports and even hinting at personal audits if she didn't shape up. One afternoon, in a packed conference room, he humiliated her over a minor typo in a report. "Hargrove, if you can't spell acquisition right, maybe you should acquire a new job," he sneered, eliciting forced laughs from the team. Emily's cheeks burned, but she held her tongue. Inside, rage simmered. She confided in her best friend, Sarah, a paralegal in Birmingham. This sounds dangerous," Sarah warned over a video call. In the US, whistleblowers get protections under the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, but here? It's tricky. You need evidence that's ironclad. Emily nodded, her resolve hardening. She installed a discreet recording app on her phone and began capturing Victor's rants. One gem: rules are for the weak. We make the rules here. But Victor's paranoia grew. He hired a private investigator. Emily spotted the tail on her commute, a nondescript man in a trench coat lingering too long outside her building. Her emails were monitored. Innocuous messages bounced back undelivered. Isolation set in. Colleagues she'd once lunched with now ghosted her invites. The office became a battlefield, with Victor as the general deploying psychological warfare. In a twist of fate, Emily connected online with a former Apex employee, Mark, now in Chicago. He'd been fired for questioning similar irregularities. "Langford's a monster," Mark typed in their encrypted chat. "He ruined my career, but I have files. Let's team up." Together, they uncovered ties to a corrupt politician in Westminster, amplifying the scandal's reach. Emily's dossier swelled: bank statements, wire transfers, even photos from Victor's lavish business trips that screamed bribery. The pressure mounted. Emily suffered panic attacks, her health deteriorating. But revenge fueled her. She envisioned the headlines: corporate kingpin exposed. It was no longer about her job, it was about toppling a bully who'd crushed so many. As winter blanketed London in snow, Emily prepared her move, unaware that Victor was closing in. The breaking point. Spring arrived with deceptive warmth, but for Emily, it brought a chill of dread. Victor summoned her to his corner office, the city sprawl mocking her from floor-to-ceiling windows. "Hargrove, we've got a problem," he said, leaning back in his leather throne. His eyes gleamed with malice. "IT flagged unusual activity on your account. Care to explain?" Emily's pulse thundered. She feigned innocence, but Victor slid a folder across the desk, printouts of her search history, twisted to look like corporate espionage. "You're done," he hissed. "Pack your things. And if you breathe a word, I'll sue you into oblivion." Security escorted her out, her belongings in a cardboard box, colleagues averting their eyes like she was a leper. Unemployed and humiliated, Emily hit rock bottom. Bills piled up, her savings dwindled. The bullying had left scars: self-doubt, insomnia, a shattered trust in people. But from the ashes rose determination. She moved in with Sarah for support and dove deeper into her evidence. Mark flew over from the US, bringing whistleblower contacts from the SEC. "This crosses borders," he said. "We can hit them with international fraud charges." They compiled a master file, 500 pages of damning proof. Emily anonymously leaked snippets to a Guardian reporter, testing the waters. The response was electric: whispers in financial circles, stock dips for Apex. Victor countered with smear campaigns, planting stories that Emily was a disgruntled ex-employee with a grudge. Online trolls, likely hired, flooded her social media with hate. The turning point came during an anonymous tip to the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, in the UK and the FBI's white-collar crime unit in the US. Emily's heart raced as she hit send on the encrypted submission. Days later, raids hit Apex offices in London and New York. Victor's face, pale and furious, flashed on BBC News. But he wasn't down yet. He lawyered up, denying everything, painting Emily as the villain. Emily went public, granting an interview to a viral podcast in LA. "I was bullied, silenced, but no more," she declared. The story exploded online, hashtags like #ExposeVictor trending. Support poured in from survivors of corporate abuse worldwide. Yet, danger lurked. Victor's allies threatened lawsuits. Emily hired a pro bono lawyer, her fight now a beacon for others. The counterstrike. With the authorities involved, the game shifted to high stakes. Emily relocated to a safe house in the countryside, paranoia her constant companion. Victor, cornered, unleashed his final barrage. He sued her for defamation, claiming her fabrications cost him millions. Tabloids in the UK and US splashed headlines, "Whistleblower or Witch Hunt." His PR machine worked overtime, portraying him as a victim of cancel culture. But Emily had allies. Mark testified anonymously, corroborating her claims. A hacker collective, inspired by her story, unearthed deleted emails proving Victor's guilt. The evidence mounted, wiretaps revealed him bragging about beating the system. In a dramatic courtroom scene in London's Old Bailey, Emily took the stand. "He bullied me, stole from shareholders, and thought he was untouchable," she said, voice steady despite trembling hands. The trial gripped the nation. Witnesses emerged, former employees recounting Victor's tyranny. One, a tearful secretary from the NYC office, described how he'd forced her to forge documents. Social media erupted, viral TikToks recreated the drama, amassing billions of views. Emily became an icon, her story fueling podcasts and Netflix pitches. Victor's defense crumbled. Under cross-examination, he snapped, admitting partial involvement for the company's sake. Gasps echoed in the courtroom. The judge, a stern woman with a no-nonsense glare, recessed for deliberation. Outside, protesters chanted, "Justice for whistleblowers." Emily, exhausted but exhilarated, hugged Sarah. "This is for everyone," he heard, she whispered. As the verdict loomed, twists unfolded. Victor attempted a plea deal, offering to implicate higher-ups, but it backfired when recordings surfaced of him threatening witnesses. The FCA froze his assets, his yacht seized in Monaco. Emily's revenge wasn't just personal, it dismantled a corrupt web spanning continents. The fall of the empire. The gavel fell like thunder. Guilty on all counts, the judge declared. Victor's face drained of color as he was led away in handcuffs, his empire in ruins. Apex Global collapsed under the scandal, stocks plummeted, leading to a hostile takeover. Shareholders sued, recovering billions. Victor faced 15 years in prison, his appeals denied across UK and US courts. Emily's triumph was bittersweet. She received a whistleblower reward, millions from settlements, but the scars remained. Therapy helped heal the bullying's toll. She started a foundation for corporate abuse victims, speaking at TED Talks in Silicon Valley and Westminster. Revenge isn't about destruction, she'd say. It's about rebuilding justice. Media hailed her as a hero. A Hollywood biopic was greenlit, with A-list stars vying for roles. Viral channels dissected the saga, her story inspiring fan art and memes. Mark became her partner in advocacy, their bond forged in fire, but Victor's final act of spite. From prison, he smuggled out a letter, vowing revenge. Emily laughed it off, he was broken, powerless. She moved to a cozy cottage in the Cotswolds, writing her memoir, Betrayed and Unbroken. A New Dawn. Years later, Emily stood on a New York stage, accepting an award for ethical leadership. The audience, executives, activists, survivors, rose in ovation. "This isn't my story alone," she said. "It's ours. Bullies thrive in silence, we end them with truth." Flashbacks played in her mind, the office humiliations, the lonely nights, the courtroom victory. Victor rotted in a minimum security prison, his fortune gone, reduced to begging for commissary funds. Apex reformed under new management, with whistleblower protections etched into policy. Emily found love with a kind journalist, started a family, and traveled the world advocating change. Her foundation saved countless lives, turning pain into purpose. In a poetic twist, she bought Victor's seized mansion, donating it as a retreat for abuse survivors. The end? Not quite. Emily's legacy sparked global reforms, tougher laws in the EU and US, mandatory anti-bullying training in corporations. Her story went mega-viral, a Netflix series breaking records. As the credits roll on this tale, remember, in the face of betrayal, triumph awaits those who fight. What a ride, right? If this story fired you up, like, comment your favorite part below, and subscribe for more epic revenge sagas. Until next time. Stay bold, stay true.